You might be wondering why my car payment is higher than my another friends of mine who bought the same car exactly like me. That is where the APR difference between APR and interest rate comes in. If you are somebody who didn't understand the difference between APR and interest rate, then this video is for you. In this video, I'll teach you guys APR term, interest rate differences, and how dealers take advantage of customers who do not understand this simple term. Even after including all these fees they have, they could be getting a lot of money for free just because you didn't notice the simple term called APR complexity. What APR is? APR is annual percentage rate. Interest rate is the cost of money that you give or pay to the bank for taking a loan. APR includes documentation fees, mandatory credit insurance fees, detailing fees, lender admin fees, cost of borrowing fees, and every other simple fees can be included inside the APR. In simple term, APR includes all the dealer service fees that you can think of, from admin fees to car detailing fees. If you decide to take these fees inside the interest rate, let's say it could jump up to by 2%, and then you simply are dividing that dealer's cost into the whole term of loan. If your loan payment is 72 months, then you'll be paying 2 to 3% extra every month for straight 72 months. The interesting fact is dealers can add 2 to 3% on top of the 5%. After adding 2 to 3%, simply you might be thinking, the whatever the dealer's cost was, let's say if the cost was 4,000, then you are just paying the 4,000 in with the car payment. But this is not only 4,000. You will be paying a lot more. When you do not differentiate interest rate and APR, then you miss extra uh, extra charges from cleaning and extra many other charges that didn't even exist. Why would you pay extra to the dealership that didn't even exist? Usually when we go for shopping and then someone puts a $2 bill on top of a $100 bill, then what do? You get frustrated. My my answer to you guys is, why would you give away free money to a dealer for doing nothing? He's selling you a car, that means he's making a profit out of it. So the first solution what I want you guys to do is, when you go to buy a car, learn about the car total first, and then tell him what is the total cost of car out of the door. Do not answer his question of what monthly installment do you want. Monthly installments vary from 60 months to 72 months. If you're taking a loan for like 36 months, then your payment is going to be a bit higher, but you will be paying way lesser in interest than a 72-month term loan or 80-month loan. 80-month loan is way longer than you can expect. 72-month is also a long. 36-month is preferred. If you decide to buy a car and pay that off as soon as possible in 3 years, then interest rate interest rate stays reasonable and you pay less in interest. So when you go buy a car, ask for the car's payment and then ask for everything else outside of the car. And the second solution, what you can do, what I came up with, is try to be as strict as possible. You can negotiate a price. When a car stays in the lot for over 260 days, then it becomes a burden. When a car becomes a burden, if the dealer is a volume-based dealer, then he has to get rid of the car. But just because you are taking a loan for like 36 months, 60 months, just because you are stretching out your payments doesn't mean that you cannot negotiate. You should negotiate. There's banks who will take care of your loan. The dealership don't care. Dealerships are business people. And if I'm working in dealership, then honestly, I'm a businessman. I'm helping my dealer to get a better deal. But at the same time, I want customers to understand that that's how the transaction works. When you go to a dealer, do not pity yourself and do not get deluded or in any salesman's dishonesty. If he throws you a number to you, try to negotiate. Try to negotiate, as I said at the first side, try to come up with a price at first. Understand, learn what the car price is, and learn what the cost will be to get the car to your hand. If there's any kind of unnecessary cost you don't understand, you have the full right to ask the dealer or the salesman about that thing. Third solution will be get pre-approved by your bank. It is an old school trick. Banks are associated with dealers, and dealers can add a bit extra on top of the bank's interest. You cannot do nothing about it. The extra 2% what you'll be paying will directly go to the dealer. Why? Because he gave you a deal. Why should you burden yourself for taking a help from the dealer where you can simply get pre-approved by your bank? If you're banking with Scotiabank, CIBC, TD, RBC, every single bank offers auto payment, auto loan, or anything. Every single bank has that facility. If you have a good credit score and if you ask them for a loan to buy a car and get pre-approved, then what you're doing is you're negotiating the percentage interest rate with the dealer, and you are trying to negotiate to get better deal than your bank. If the dealer can give you even better deal than your bank, then the dealer has no chance to put extra 2 to 3% because you are already pre-approved and your credit score is not going to get hampered. Credit score has a different kind of math here. I'll keep it short. When someone tries to pull up your credit report for more than once or maybe even once, then it hampers your credit score. I do not let anyone run my credit score. I don't let them do that. Last time TD Bank run my credit score, it got down by 50 points. I had to work for like 2 months on my credit history to get that score back to the level that it was before. Don't let people or dealers do that. Get pre-approved and you will get a better loan directly from the bank. There will be no middleman increasing or fluctuating your price. You'll be paying the base pay that you are supposed to pay to the bank. You don't want to pay extra to somebody for just helping you out sell his car to you. You know what I'm saying? And the fourth and last solution for every person who's watching this video, my customers, my future potential customers, or anyone who wants to buy it, learn how to walk away. Even if I'm running a business, and if you don't like the car, then there's plenty of cars outside you can choose from. You might not like the car that I'm selling. You might like a car that somebody else is selling. So what? So what? Go there, buy it, treat yourself. There should be no push in marketing. If a customer decides to buy a car, he should buy it. If he decides it is not a good fit for him, then as a salesman, what a salesman should do is appreciate that. In Omvik, there was a paragraph saying the best practice assessment can do is work for the interest of customers. So a salesman should work in customers' interest. Try to learn, try to say no, and if you find the deal hard to take, if the deal goes against your budget, then walk away. There's plenty of cars, there's plenty of dealerships, and salesmen or dealers may try to manipulate you mentally. Try to be resilient when dealing with someone. Do not get manipulated. It is very easy to get manipulated if you are an introverted person. Do the math, get pre-approved, be prepared to walk away. Always compare the prices with 2 3 other dealers and understand what he's offering. Understand the car payment, understand the cost of borrowing money, understand your bank's approval rate, and every single thing, every single detail in finance. In finance, these terms may look complex, but once you try to learn about these things step by step, then you can understand about APR, interest rate, how you can save money, and how you can get away from common scams that's been running in Toronto, in Ontario for like years. I I hear from people almost every month somebody comes up with a story saying that he went to a dealer, got pre-approved for like 14%, bro. 14% interest rate. I mean, usually interest rate stays from 7 to 10% if you have a good credit score. But when I hear 14%, then I can assume that the dealer might have put 2-3% extra on the APR, and he's getting free money out of the customer's pocket. And the sad part is the customer's paying those money without understanding what he's doing. So do the math, learn the game, and now you know how to get a good rate and how to save yourself money so you can save yourself from these kind of scams. I will come up with other helpful videos for you people, for car people, for new buyers who wants to buy a car. And then for that, you know what should you do? Subscribe, follow my Instagram page. Let's stay connected. Peace.